after your song has been mixed and mastered, what you guys want to do is do copyright. Now, a lot of people have a problem with this part. I don't know why, but this is where we're going to break down how to copyright your songs. Now, there are different forms of copyright, and yes, it's going to cost some money, so don't feel like you're not going to be able to get this done. I'm going to help you. I'm going to be showing you how to do it. So I got you. Yeah, I got you. I'm just going to speed it up because, like I said, it's a lot that I have to talk about in a little time. The next thing I want to talk about really quickly after the label and you get that out the way and then you do your copyrights, and we're going to talk about getting that out the way. I want to talk to you guys about your publishing. Music publishing is very, very crucial. It's very important. I think it's the most important thing before anything, and we're going to talk about music publishing. What is music publishing? How can you benefit from music publishing, and the whole 9 yards. How can you start your own publishing company after you realize that it's easy, because you can do this. This is why you are checking out this channel right now, because you're trying to break into the industry and there's just some things that you're not doing, and I understand that. And searching through the internet for 50,000 things and everything's coming up and you're getting lost in that. I don't want you to be able to get lost. I'm going to help you. So we're going to definitely talk about your music publishing. Now, I want to double on down, okay, to something called your PRO, which you probably like, what is that? It's your performing rights organization, and there are 3 major ones, but like I said, we just are going to break down everything. If you don't have one, if you have never signed up, if you don't know what it is, I'm here to tell you. I'm here to let you know how to do it. I am here to give you that breakthrough that you need. Feel free to stop right now, get a pen, just write down all the stuff that I just said, because when I take you through this process, you're gonna need reassurance, and we're gonna have to track it and back it up. So don't come to me, because then I'm gonna start charging y'all and you're not gonna like it. Don't come to me asking me a question from a session that I did 2 months ago, because at this point, when I break it down on how to really track your stuff the way you're supposed to, you're not gonna be asking me where did I go wrong, because then I'm gonna have to knuckle you up. Okay, let's call it the 7 o'clock knuckle up. I don't want to have to do that. Please don't let me do that. But like I said, talking about your performing rights organization, we're gonna dabble into that. So give yourself a round of applause if you got this far, because if you got at least this far, that means you are able to push through. We're gonna be talking about distribution, putting your songs out in stores, how you get it on the most retailers that's out online right now. We're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about your ISRC codes, if you don't know what that is, if you never had one, if you're just so lost in this and can't really figure it out. I'm gonna let you know how you get all of this stuff. And we're going to be talking about some more things. What do I have on my list? We're going to be talking about a company called Sound Exchange, and I'm just going to get straight to it. That's when we are done doing what we need to do and we have to submit our stuff. We have our labels together, we have our publishings, we have our copyrights, we have all of our PROs. Now we have our, we have our ISRCs and more codes. When we get to this point, we not gonna be able to be like, we don't know where our codes are, and we don't know what's what and how to do it, and rah. So don't worry about it. I got you with that. And what else do I have going on? It just says money, money, money. So without further ado, let's break right into it. So as I told you guys about your record labels, you guys have come up with a name for your record label. Your record label is called Records Recording Records. And I'm like, yes, awesome. Now it's simple enough. What you want to do is create a logo. Simple logo. Records, creating records. Boom. You have your logo. Now, talking about being able to, and the reason why you want to get your logo is because you want to brand yourself. You really want people to be like, I know that's records, record label. Like, I know that. You know, just like you see any other label and any other companies out there that's promoting and doing the same thing. And don't feel bad, you guys. Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel shameful. Yo, this is your pride. This is it. If people see you shining and doing what you gotta do because you wanna branch out and have this, yo, I'm here to support you. And if anybody try to get in our way, we gonna do what we gotta do to let them know, like, nah, because you're about to do something that you want to do for yourself. The next thing I would suggest that you guys do when you guys are formulating your labels and you actually go to the courthouse and you got to file the paperwork. You can also do it online. It shouldn't be that much money. I believe it's like around $125 just to get that kind of paperwork we're dealing with. So you're gonna have to spend a little bit of money on this part, but this is the foundation. Like I said, this is something simple enough for you to do. And congratulations to you now that you have officially done step one. You have your record label, you have your logo, and now you're putting this product together. Now some people are within the label, I'm just gonna say, or just if you're a solo person doing this by yourself, congratulations and more kudos to you. This is just general for everybody. Within that, we have songwriters. So let's say you're a songwriter and you're like, well, I don't really need a label because I'm just a songwriter. I want to get my songs out. No, I say you guys do the same thing just as well. And the reason why I say that is because you're still going to brand yourself and market yourself. This is definitely a win for all for everybody, because you never know. Maybe you're going to have to tell some of the producers and some of, you know, your people on the administrative side what you want, what you don't like, what you need, how you want to get your mechanicals paid, how you want to do your business, whatever it is that you want to do. So I don't care if you make beats, I don't care if you make instrumentals, excuse me, proper term, instrumentals. I don't care if you make instrumentals, I don't care if you write music. This is all for you. I don't care if you play an instrument. You know what I mean? Or I don't even care if you don't do none of this stuff and you just like, yo, this shit just sound cool. Feel free to get that started. Now, when you're writing your songs, at this point, yo, just write and continue to write. And sometimes you say, well, hey, how can I can't write. And sometimes I say, well, maybe you just need to flow. Maybe you're trying to hold back and you're not trying to let it out. So definitely let out whatever it is that's in you, and don't be afraid. Like I said, don't tap into that vibration where you're like, oh no, I'm scared to do this because I don't know how to do it. I mean, you talk, you can clearly hear me talking, and I know in the back of your mind there's a little person in your head saying, oh my gosh, she's right. But what I want you to do is don't be afraid to put that down, whatever it is. And if you feel like you have to do it over, no problem, but you have it down, because in order for you to really do what you really need to do, you should be able to write your songs, or at least put some melodies together and different harmonies and different things to make the song what it's supposed to be. Now, I love all kinds of music, so I'm versatile and, you know, fluent in a little bit of languages that I don't really want to talk about because it's not about that, but I do understand, and I'm a person of communication. This is why I'm delivering it to you this way, whereas, you know, I don't want to. Anyway, I'm going off topic again, but back to my songwriters. So you got your song and you want to put it out and you're collaborating. When you have your label, you have producers and directors and different people that's a part of the team. But what I want to say is that when you're meshing your song with somebody you're doing the song with, like a producer who's going to be doing the instrumental for the song, feel free to put your vibes and your energy and some ideas that you may have into creating that song. And you never know, maybe when you're with a producer, or maybe you're with somebody else who's creative in the same genre and the field of what we're talking about, you might come up with something else, and you might come up with more than just one thing at that, which is, I mean, 10 times better. So at the end of the day, I say just make sure that you do have your paperwork together just as well, because this is going to follow through for you when we get to the end. Just as well as my producers out there, this is going to follow for you too at the end, because I mean, the song is just not a song. You're like, I want to get on the radio, but you didn't even do step one. You didn't even do step. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that you guys take care of your paperwork for that. So if you don't have a label, feel free to just create your own. Feel free to just get your own personal name out there, just to have your stamp as this is what it is that you do. That was for the label. So now when it comes to recording your song, now there are a lot of different softwares you can use. I told you I graduated from the Institute of Audio Research, so I more prefer to use Pro Tools, but I don't have a problem with GarageBand or Logic and or Reason. So I'm definitely fine with working with anything to get the job done. You know what I mean? It's like, what you got, I'm going to work with it. You know what I mean? I know how to work with all of it. So that's my thing. Whereas I'm not going to say, hey, I do this and I only use this and I only use that. And I mean, industry standards, a lot of people go with Pro Tools. You know, so if you don't know Pro Tools, if you don't understand Pro Tools, you can definitely, I believe, check out, is it avid.com? I'm not too sure. But just go to protools.com. Maybe if they even have protools.com. I'm not too sure. But whatever software that you use on your DAW, you get the job done. I'm rambling off again. Anyway, so when you producers, when you guys are getting together, I want you guys to know, create, and then of course when you're mixing, you're mastering, and you guys are engineering your projects, don't feel free to do things out the box and out of the norm, because that's where creativity comes from. Don't try to copy somebody else and be like somebody else, because number one, you're never going to be them, and then number two, you're never going to be able to have the opportunity to put the real you forward, so people can know who you are and how your song sounds, and all that good stuff. So that was for my songwriters who of course create the lyrics. Now when it's time to get paid, songwriters get paid. So they be like, oh no, well, how come songwriters get paid? I'm gonna show you. And you're like, I want to be the artist and get my songs on the radio. I'm like, well, artists really don't get paid. So if you want to understand and you want to see at the very end, because I'm going to show you, I got the breakdown for all of y'all, what it's like from when a producer gets paid and songwriters get paid compared to when the artists get paid. Trust me, you're gonna laugh, and then you're gonna be like, what did I just do? And I'm gonna be like, I told you the first day. So that's something we going on about. We're going on some time now, but anyway, I'm gonna hurry up. Whew. So talking about you guys showing this song. Now you record a song, you have your hit. You have the hit. Can't nobody tell you, shh, this is your hit. This is it. It is ready to go. Now you want to copyright. Everybody want to copyright. Know who wrote the song, who produced the song. Please copyright your song, your hit. I mean, you have the label, you know what I mean? You have the songwriters, you have the composers, you done did this stuff, now you got your hit. Now what I need you to do is copyright it. Now, there are two forms of copyright. I'm going to say it again. There are two forms of copyright. The reason why I'm saying it twice is because at the end, I don't want you to connect and say that I didn't tell you that there were two forms of copywriting. And I'm going to break this down later so that you can fully get why do you have to do it twice. Some people do it once, some people do it not at all, some people just don't even know what I'm talking about. When you're copywriting your stuff, you guys have the sound recording aspect of it, and you guys have the performing arts aspect of it. Now, the reason why these two are two different forms of copyright, because they allow you to get paid different ways, and they cover different legal sides of the song. So you guys really have to understand. I hate when people will be like, well, I just copyright my song, and I'm like, yeah, but what happened to the other side? And then they be like, what do you mean? And then if I show them the check from what do you mean, they're gonna be like, why? It's because you guys are not listening. So just know that you have to copyright your stuff. And like I said, here where I am in New York, it's about $55 for unlimited. So if you have one batch of song that you want to go, that's gonna be $55. If you have another batch that you want to go, that's gonna be for $55. Don't ask me again, because I'm not gonna tell you. This is just how it is. I don't make the rules, I just play the game. The game is sold. I told. We gonna wrap this up because I got another channel to get ready to start doing. But and feel free to come over there and let's talk about some makeup and cosmetology stuff. That's just all fun and great, especially when you females want to do your videos and you want to look good and you want to make sure that everything is together. I'm here, I got you. But that's neither here nor there. That's on the next channel. So when you copyright your songs, you have to do the sound recording and the performing arts aspect of copywriting. Yes, you have to do both of them. I will put a link so that you can actually, yes, see, because I'm going to do a demonstration, and so that you can actually do it on your own and understand what I'm talking about, and understand later why I say to do it this way. Remember, I'm not going to tell you things that you should not do. I'm telling you everything that's either recommended or that's, you know, just giving you a little bit of advice. But that's that. Going back to now, talking about your performing rights organization. There's three major ones. Everybody knows it. What is it? All right. So yes, that is absolutely correct. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is ASCAP, BMI, and SESAC. These are your three main PROs, which means Performing Rights Organization. Now, some of y'all are like, what is this? I never heard this before. Where did these come from? I mean, the list goes on and on, and I understand. So, to break it down, these are basically your PROs, your Performing Rights Organization. These are your, I don't want to say friends, but these are your people that's going to hold you down. And the reason why you sign up with them is because they're going to protect you and do all of the things that little old you nor little old me can ever do, or anybody else in the world for that matter, because it's just not realistic. So what they do, they collect your money. Hello. They make sure that you get what you need to get. Now, if you don't want no money, then get out of this channel. But for my people who out there who are serious, get your ass signed up now. ASCAP, BMI, and SESAC. I don't work for none of these companies, but I'm just letting you guys know what you guys are supposed to be doing if you are trying to break into this industry. Oh my goodness, I cannot understand how many people come to me on a daily basis asking me to get on the radio, and they don't even have a freaking PRO. Are you kidding me? It would never make sense. It would never add up. But you know, I know dreams, people dream, but sometimes you guys have to just do a little bit of your homework and just study. But I'm going besides that, and I get so passionate and emotional, and I get really into this because it's just so much fun once you know what you're doing, and it's so much easier once you understand what it is that you're doing so that you can achieve the goal. But anyway, signing up for a PRO is going to protect you, and it's going to help you, whether you are the artist, whether you are a songwriter, whether you are a producer, whether you know, and I'm going a little bit ahead of myself, but for publishing just as well, you need to sign up with a ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. Now for CSAC, I do believe that you have to be invited, but with that being said, there are also different PROs all over the world. They have there's just so many. There's one in the UK, we have one in, it's just all over, but I'm just talking about here where I am at. It's ASCAP, CSAC, and BMI. Those are the 3 major PROs that you want to get affiliated with. So I'm gonna put a link in the description box so that you can get yourself situated and sign up. And also while you're signing up, talking about publishing, you definitely want to have your paperwork. I'm going through this now because it's getting to that time. But you definitely want to sign up for a publishing company at the same time. The reason why you want to do this at the same time is because now I'm going to show you how to be independent business owners, where you're able to make money on the side, or this is what you do, whatever it is that you're doing out there in the world, this is going to help you. So if you're an artist, you need to get yourself registered with ASCAP, CSAC, or BMI. And as far as publishing, you need to, if you don't want to sign up with one and team up with a publishing company, you need to set up your own. You can do that just as well on these sites for your PROs. They have, like I said, ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC, and then you go online and then you do the process that they tell you to fill out with your name, blah blah blah. And for the publishing, you do have to pay. I'm not too sure the funds. Here we go again. I know you guys, I don't have the money, but this is another part of the step where you have to spend a little bit of money to get a lot of money. So if you don't have the funds, by all means, take your time. Maybe you don't need to have your own publishing company. Maybe you just need to team up with someone. Feel free to let me know if you want to team up with my company, but I shouldn't even say that because you guys are not even ready, and I don't want to scare you guys into the business before I give you the opportunity. So just feel free to hit me up and let me know where you stand with that, so you can understand where to go forward. Because this is, I'm sorry I'm rushing it, I'm going very fast, but it's super informative, and this is the creme de, this is it. This is the Michael Jackson. This is it. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. So sign yourselves up with a performing rights organization ASAP. And let's see, that's all I'm gonna talk about for now. Later on, I can just go over a few distribution companies that they have out there. I know CD Baby one, TuneCore is another. We have Dido, and I believe there's also one by the name of DistroKid. So, you know, these are the different companies that we're going to use so that you can get your music out in the stores, and then you can do what you got to do and make this bread. So if you at this step, or anything that I said, if it don't make sense, or if it's just a little confusing, or you need more help, or you want a little bit of direction, where to go, how to market, what kind of songs to write, who you should publish with, who you should sign up for as a PRO, you know, these little things, choosing a label name, making sure that the label name is registered, making sure that your songs, after you're done teaming up with your awesome crew to get this amazing hit together, you guys have all your copyrights in order, from the sound recording to the performing arts. And of course, when it's time to get your music out there, you know exactly where to go with your distribution. And then yeah, you're gonna have your ISRC codes. Now we talking numbers, so when you put it out there, then you get to some steps like a place called Sound Exchange. When they asking you for all this information, you are good to go to submit. Sound Exchange does their job and they get you this bread if your music is being played. Later on, we're going to talk about mechanical royalties and how you get paid for that. But if I've helped you anyway, shape or possible, any form, just give me that like, and check me out on my next video. I'm out. Later. Peace.